Good evening and welcome to our little corner of the internet where we talk about fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling, and just about anything and everything that will keep you inspired and writing. Welcome to the best and brightest audience in all of the fountain pen community, the cursive literate, the Inky Hand Society. I could come up with a million names, but I won't settle on any of them because it's just too much to describe you all. But I'm absolutely delighted to have you here. I see many of the usual suspects are in the comments this evening, and a special warm hug to Sister Goldenhair. I see you out there, and I'm thinking of you, just so you know. So I hope all is well there. You're doing the best you can. Everyone else too, I like to see. I see lots of people. I was hoping Wolf Kate would show up. She has returned to the channel too. So always nice to see familiar faces. It's part of the community here on the channel. We see many of the same people week in and week out, both in the chat, which goes on live during the show, and in the comments, because in our comment section, the conversation never ends. And it's a pretty welcoming place in the comments. So I'm absolutely delighted to have you. Have an interesting show for you tonight. We're going to talk about fully integrating fountain pens into your life. That's the main topic. I'm sure we'll go off on many tangents as we do. But this is for all of us, and especially for those of us that don't like journaling, or it's not the center of what we do. What other things can we do to make sure that we're using these pens when we buy them? Because we all have lots of pens. And in fact, I'm going to show you my Fillmore Rickshaw pen case, which has about $7,000 of original cost pens in it right now. And I've been lugging it around with me. So I'm sure I am not unique. Many of you have collections that make my modest collection look kind of lacking in comparison, but I'm very happy with mine. And I think even if you have 3 pens, you're welcome here, even 1 pen, so don't worry. I'm the type of guy that if I'm at a pen show, I'm hanging out with the people who brought Lamy safaris. So we are not snobbish here at all. Despite my critics, who often say that I'm snobby. And I'm like, just watch the show. You would give up that idea very quickly if you just watched and listened to the show. And a special hello and warm welcome to those of you that listen in headphones, usually in the mornings after, days after, and those who watch on YouTube podcast. So, thank you. I need to recognize someone wonderful. GPS 159 with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for helping to keep the lights burning bright, and they are burning brightly this evening. We have a lot to cover. We're going to do it briskly. One of the other things I'm going to cover is, have I solved the Bordeaux Ink dilemma? Possibly. I have a contender. I want to share it with you. I'm really enjoying it. I'll talk about that too, because it's a very particular shade, and I've been searching for a very long time for it, and it's close. Another super chat. I need to also point out MPGS, my friend. How are you? $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Marcus, my friend. Hey, Tim, do you have fixed time rotations for the pens you carry? Ah, that's interesting. This is great. Thank you for giving me a fantastic support and a good question that we can chat about for a second. So do I have a fixed time rotation? Yes and no. And I know some folks will only use a pen for a week and then they clean it and they put it away and they bring out something else. I like that idea. I think it's a great way to make sure you're using your pens fairly regularly. You're constantly rotating them. And in a way, it's a good way to weed them out, because if you find that you've gone through many cycles and you haven't inked up your modern Parker 51, I'm picking on modern Parker 51. I don't know why. I'm sorry. but I am. But you find yourself not inking it. Well, maybe it means it's time to rehome that pen. Maybe it just doesn't make the cut. It doesn't hit the mark for you. So I love that concept, and I love that people do it. For me, it's a little tough. I'm not someone who times things to the day or the minute. What I do along those lines is whichever pen I am working on for the channel, and for the past several weeks, it's been the Wall Eversharp Skyline pen, which I can show you right now. So I have two of these. I think I was speaking about it earlier. They come in fine and they come in medium, and I have both. Frank Zhang sent me these, and I love that I have both because I can film. This one's filled. This must be the medium. I filled the medium. Lots of threads. You see that, all that threading? But that's good. So this one is the fine. It must be empty. I can film with a pristine one and an inked one at the same time. That never happens. I am luxuriating in that. I should really check out the fine nib too, but until I film, I'm not inking it up. And I'll do a follow-up on the fine. But here's the medium. I have Konpeki in here. I was almost writing with it before the show. This is pretty grand. I really like this nib. I love the Art Deco shape. I'm lukewarm on the barrel. The barrel is aluminum, and I rather wish it were lacquer. Some of them were. But it's blue on the inside, so it can't be, and it feels like metal as well. So, yeah, I don't bond to that material as well as I do resins and lacquers. But it makes it light, and it is a pretty affordable pen, $52, gorgeous Art Deco. I can't criticize it too heavily there. It writes pretty well, I'll have to say. It's neat. If you said to me, should I add it to my collection? I guess you'll have to wait for the full review, but I'm still working on it. Still obsessing, but I have two, and I'm kind of pleased. So that's super fun. So, yeah, to get back to the question, and I really am taking this long, but I think it's a good point, thank you, is that I feel like I need to get to know it. And it takes time, and it usually takes at least a week to get to know it. And then I move on to something else. And some pens never leave the collection. And that's how I know I love them. Thank you. Thank you for that super chat. And we have another one. Thank you. Super chats are a great way for me to see your questions, by the way. $5 super chat. Thank you. From Bull Run Road 30. HJ, I saw a recent YouTube from Ellington Pens, which shows an excerpt from your review of one of their pens. I trust they had your permission. You know, I'll be honest. They sent me some pens. I reviewed them. Ellington Pens. By the way, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. The Ellington pens are not bad. They are probably too expensive for what you get compared to some other ones. Would you be better off with a Hungdian M2? Yeah, probably. But still, it's not a bad at all pen. When I made the video, I'm pretty sure, I don't have the best memory. I think everyone here knows that. But I'm pretty sure they asked me, hey, is it okay if we use this? And I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, sure, I don't mind. Even some of the bad reviews gave it. I did a bad review and they're using me somewhere. I can't remember. I do give bad reviews. I'm about to give another one. Somebody sent a pen, and I hate to say it, but I kind of think it's garbage. And I'm tempted to send it back, but maybe you guys need to know. Yeah, I don't know. I think you need to know. And they sent it, and you know, I don't give anyone editorial control, so that's the risk you take. So please, if you make good pens, then send them. And if you don't, then don't expect me to pretend that they're good. I'm afraid. Because I have integrity on this show, and it rises to that level. It's just, And is it a taste thing? I don't think so. I don't think it's a taste thing. I think it's a truly bad pen. And I guess wait for that review coming soon. Or maybe I'll just do it on the live show. Who knows? Sister Goldenhair got a brass M2 Hongdian. Good pen. Good pen. Hongdian M2. I love it. We'll ask you guys one thing, as I often do. If you're watching, please subscribe. I would love to keep in close contact. I do strive to make this channel interesting and original. And I'm always questioning my approach, trying to make it better, learning more about editing, more about storytelling. So I think you'll enjoy the videos that are here. So please, if you would, subscribe. Right down there somewhere. Oh, a super chat from Mary Madden. Hi, Mary. I love Mary. So nice. $9.99. You're such a great support to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm reading Anna Quinlan's Write for Your Life. She extols the virtues and benefits of writing that we all share. Yay! It's a small compact book with lined pages for notes of journaling. Fantastic. So, Write for Your Life. Check it out. If Mary says it's good, it must be. Mary has excellent taste and is a huge friend to the channel. And I appreciate her. Thank you. So, the crocodiles are back. That's probably important. Here it is, April 14th, 2026. And the crocodile is back. First time wearing a polo shirt this season because it is 80 degrees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts while I record the show. So, record the show live with all of you here, which is so fun. So fun. Robert says, if I were sending something to a YouTuber, I would make sure it's perfect. Robert, you're talking about the bad pen, I'm sure. Yes. Well, the thing is that there are different ways when you review. And I feel like I have a code of ethics as a reviewer. And one of the things, wow, I should write this down and think about it sometime. But let me just share with you what's on the top of my mind. As someone who reviews pens and shares them and knows that you see what I do, I have a ethical standard that I have to always show you the pen as it is and tell you the full truth about it. The other thing that I think is very important, and this is a standard that I adapted early on, and that is, this is about my opinion about these pens and my journey to learn and experience as much about fountain pens as I can. So, in that sense, I am the foremost authority on my own opinion. And it can't really be assailed because it's my opinion. So I review the pen that's in front of me. So wow, it's raining. It's raining so loud. Sorry. If like 10 or 15 people tell me a pen is bad and I have the pen and I think it's good, I'm going to tell you it's good. And if the one I get is damaged or something, that's different, right? I would give somebody a chance. Hey, pen came, it has a bent nib. I don't know what happened. Would you replace it or would you like me to send it back? What would you like me to do? In this case, this pen is bad. It is structurally bad. As a concept, it's bad. Now, I haven't inked it yet, so maybe it writes incredibly. But boy, it better write like no one's business to make up and mitigate so much badness in this pen. And while I raise this, I think I'll talk about the videos that are coming. I'm going to skip. Usually I tell you what happened last week on the channel, what was released, what is coming this week, and what is coming next week. But because we're speaking about a pen that's bad, I'm going to talk about a pen that's good. But I had to share with you how it does. This is the Blue Dew Flex. Now, I have a review coming out next week on that pen. This is the one with the Conan music. Now, I moved it up in the rotation. I wanted to get it out there. I'm so proud of my Conan music and the whole idea of the riddle of steel and this nib. And I want to share this pen with you. What I did was I ink it up I talk about it. I do the history like I do. There's a little bit of philosophy. You know me. Then I'm like, let's see how this pen writes, because that's the most important thing if you're buying a flex pen. I ink it and I recorded it real time. And I say, this is me. I'm recording this live. No edits, nothing pretty, just me writing. And that's what I do. I write with the pen, good, bad, indifferent. You just have to see how it does. But you see it all in the moment, live, unfiltered. You don't get distracted by anything pretty. I'm not even sure if I put music on it, to be honest. If I did, it's very light. I don't remember. I did it a while ago. But why did I do that? Because I feel like with something like a flex nib, you need to see it in real time to see whether or not it railroads, whether or not it skips, whether or not there's a false start. You need to see all of that to make your own decision. Now you might say, oh, well, there's Hemingway. He's not that great with flex nibs, and I'm not. I'm okay. I'm not stupendous with them. It's not my area of expertise. I'm not a calligrapher. And you might say, well, I'll do better, but I see what he's doing, and I get a sense of how that nib is. That's what I want you to get from this. But it's honest, and it's unguarded, and it does as good as it does. And I'm not going to give it away because you need to watch the video, and that's next week. But I think you will enjoy it when it comes. Another super chat. Thank you so much from Chris Glamona 7785. $10 super chat. Thank you. New member to the group. Welcome to the new members. Love it. Have you experienced or reviewed custom-made pens from Hooligan Georgia Pen Company? No, to be honest, I haven't even heard of them. But it sounds interesting. Send me a link. I could look out for them at a pen show. So thanks for the great question. And I haven't seen them. I do have Mayfair pens coming up, and they're a make, kind of their own company, just one chap, very nice fellow. And then I'm going to do Say. My wife has a Say pen, and she said I could borrow it. So I'm really excited about that. But I don't know that company, I'm afraid. But hopefully I will. So, yeah. I'm looking at the comments because this is a good comment from BJ939. In my opinion, you should always clean a pen before using it. Informing opinion. A lot of times people don't clean pens before using. Yes, if you watch my video, I'm trying to remember what it's called, and it's something like 5 things you should know before using your fountain pen. I talk about that very thing. You should always clean a fountain pen. You don't get the true expression of any pen until you clean it, because there's often oils and other manufacturing residue on a nib or in a feed, and you need to flush all that out. You could get lucky and it might do quite well first time out of the box, but if you really want your pen to do well, you should clean it. With some exceptions. I don't know if you need to clean a Lamy Safari. That was tested before it left, and now it's to you. But, you know, most pens clean away, especially if it has a weird fill system. That's very important. Okay, now let's talk about videos, and then we're going to get to our topic. So last week, I finally did the top 5 fountain pens for journaling. How have I had a YouTube channel for 4+ years, and I haven't done 5 pens for journaling? I'm almost embarrassed by it. Love the video. I'm really happy I did it. I'm sure I'll do a part 2 or something similar very, very soon. Thank you all for supporting it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's if you go to the channel, I'm sure it's one of the first videos there. But yeah, top 5 pens for journaling. It's interesting because depending on where you are or what kind of journaling you're doing, it really does affect your pen choice. There are some that are just sort of universal. You carry a Lamy Safari. I keep talking about that pen. But if something happens, you drop it, it walks away at a cafe or a museum, you're not completely heartbroken. Unless it has the cursive nib on it. Then you are, because that thing is rare. But otherwise, you're not completely heartbroken. But other pens, like long journaling sessions, you don't want to have to worry about ink. I journal with different pens at home than I do out in the wild. So it's worthy of contemplation. So check out that video. This week is a video that I have been sitting on for so long, I haven't even hyped it. I don't even know if I mentioned it last week. I am so psyched. I think I did mention it last week. Anyway, I am so psyched to share this with you finally. Typical, I don't want to say typical, I'm downplaying myself. I would say that extraordinary Hemingway Jones style you have grown to love. It is Stephen King's journaling insights. So it's about Stephen King, who I'm assuming you've heard of. I certainly hope so. Writer, director, I guess, and occasional actor, but usually in cameos, but certainly a writer. Guy who is very, very good at telling stories and has some excellent writing advice for all of us that can be incorporated into your journaling, into your writing. Or if you're just a fan of Stephen King, come along for the ride. Has some of my best edits. I tell a pretty good story of Mr. King and get into it. It's very similar to my Anthony Bourdain video, which was Journaling Secrets from Anthony Bourdain. It's done in the same mold, but this time, Stephen King. So I am absolutely jazzed. Is that a word? I don't know. I'm using it. I'm going with it. That's this week. And then next week is the Blue Do Flex pen, as I discussed. So a fantastic lineup. This might be my best season ever. I am kind of satisfied with a lot of the videos that I'm putting out because the quality is very high. I haven't rested on my laurels. Occasionally I throw up a what's in my bag video, and that's just me taking a break, but it's also kind of fun and cool to do what's in my bag, I think. Or like a desk tour. So sometimes I throw other things up, but it's been pen review, journaling secret, one thing after another. Some of the topics that are coming, I'm so psyched to, share with you. I have a super chat to recognize from BJ Backitis. $5. Thank you so much. Thank you for the short video mentioning the journal notebook from the journaling video. Thanks so much. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. So in the top 5 journals, top 5 fountain pens for journals, I show the Eisberger notebook. I'm going to do something I never do and go off camera. I'm really sorry. But I wanted to grab it so I can show you. I hate to go off camera, but this is the Eisberger notebook. I'm going to get rid of myself. Bye. Okay. So these are like 2 for $9 on Amazon. It purports to be leather. It feels like leather. It's probably bonded leather or something, but it's nice. I call this my safari notebook. But I mentioned this in the video and everyone was asking like, well, what is it? So I also showed it on the 5 notebooks better than Moleskine video, if you remember that. What I like about this is I really like this pen latch. It's super cool. Gives a little hug. It works. Also, you get 2 ribbons. 2 ribbons, which I like. You get a back pocket. And you get these pages where you can tear them off and give somebody your phone number or email address or whatever. If you meet up with someone. Is my writing there? Not a bad journal for $4. Lays nice and flat. Not bad. I don't like the date. I don't care for that. But what can you do? It's a very inexpensive journal. It reminds me of like a safari journal. So if you're interested in this, it's only on Amazon. I was originally doing that video, 5 notebooks better than Moleskine, was going to be 5 notebooks on Amazon better than Moleskine, but I felt like it was too long of a title. So I got rid of the Amazon part. I was trying to make it accessible. I'm not the biggest fan of Amazon. I think you know that. I do have an influencer page on there, though. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite, but at least I pointed out. But I do have a link in my description to that, and a little bit helps the channel. So if you want one, you can go to there and pick it up. It's not bad. It's kind of like the one you don't have to worry about. You can beat it up and use it. And I use that quite a bit for the channel. I'm always eating up paper. Speaking of eating up paper, okay, we can't do the ink first. Let's do the pens first. I teased you earlier by telling you that I have my rickshaw pen case with way too many pens of way too much value. Well, let's talk about them now and see what is in here. And this is what I've been carrying around with me like a maniac. So let's see. All right, give you a little peek there. Maybe some of you pick some out. First one, the incomparable, venerable Mont Blanc 149. A beautiful kind of benchmark of a pen, wouldn't you say? For many of us, that which we measure all others to, perhaps this one, perhaps. So yes, love this pen, carried around quite a bit. And this one makes a return to the channel. Is anyone familiar with this pen? It's nothing special, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing special at all. It is the absolutely perfect, exquisite, finest fountain pen ever made. The Waterman Edison. It's a little dirty. Never let you down. Never gives you up. Never lets you down. Never hurts you. Oh, so good. So good. So dirty, though. Should clean that. But anyway, beautiful pen. I love the way the cap goes on. I wish the Lamy 2000 closed like that. These beautiful little pads. Oh, so exquisite. Perfect. This pen is perfect. Waterman should bring it back. They should make it to the same standards. Here's something I really love. Look at this line. Do you see the clip and see this line? How it swoops down. See that? It swoops down, swoops up, right? Beautiful line, right? You know me and design. I get hung up on design. Look at that. It echoes. Echoes. Look at that. Or as George Lucas would say, it rhymes. You see it? Isn't that brilliant? That is exquisite design. Love it. Okay, so there's that. There's this. Do you know this beast? Anyone? It's a shame the color's not coming out that great. Let me see if I can do something to get the color a little better. I got my light now, my big lamp. Looks like an earthquake. There you go. That's a little better. You see it? Red Chinese lacquer. Oh, it's exquisite. Has anyone guessed this pen? This absolute beast? Cabochon. Where do you see cabochon on jewelry? Right here. You see this? Sapphire cabochon. Ruby cabochon. Cartier. This is an absolute... I've got to get my watch back on. Absolute brilliant fountain pen. The Cartier Diabolo. Oh, yes. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous fountain pen. I'm going to add all these up at the end. Love it. And another this is kind of a low-key fountain pen. The Pata Custom Urushi in that absolutely gorgeous vermilion that you just want to dissolve yourself into. It seems to absorb light as it reflects it. That amazing number 30 pilot nib that has some softness, that beautiful blue feed. So exquisite. Compeki is the ink of choice here. Oh, I love this pen. Got this at the Atlas Stationers sidewalk sale. Always nice to see my brother, Brendan Schmidt, who I love dearly. But what a pen, guys. What a pen. The ultimate grail, perhaps. Buy this and stop. Maybe, what is it? See Venice and die? See Pilot Customer Rishi and stop. But there's still more. Oh, yes. The Pelikan M809 with the brilliant. Do you see that? Do you see the ink window? I'm going to make sure you do. Whoa, that's bright. Oh, didn't want to do that. Oh, that's it. I'm now signaling to all the ships at sea. All right. All right, stop it. Why are you doing that? I didn't even know you had that setting. Here we go. This is what I want. Sorry about that. Oh, you know what it is? It's the refresh rate. It's the refresh rate on the video. It's not quick enough. Sorry about that. Anyway, live television. What can you do? Awesome. You can see I've used it. There's hardly any ink in here. Love it. Oh, it's so smooth. This is in a video coming up that might be the greatest video I ever made. I'm so modest. But, I mean, I made my standards. Love it. Love this pen. Okay, last one, and then we'll add them up. Pelikan M1000. And this is here with purpose. It's going to go into the ink conversation next. But, yeah, what do you think? We have, now, original price of a Montblanc 149, about $1,100. An M1000, at least 7. We'll go with 8. No, you know what? Yeah, we'll go with 8. And then, so that's 1,800. This, like 1,200 these days? Am I wrong about that? Look at that barrel. So that's 3 right here. This was $1,000 pen. I got it for $200. Very hard to find. This is very, very rare. The black ones are everywhere, but the Chinese red lacquer is just tougher to find. I think those of us that have them will never give them up. I'm going with about $1,000 for this. So that puts us at 4. And this is 1,700, so that's 5,700. And then this 800. This is about $1,000 or 11. I think it's around 1,100. So what did I say? 5,700. So this is almost $7,000 all in. That's insane. Insane. Okay. This is important. There's a reason why this is out. I have been on a quest, ladies and gentlemen. I've been on a quest for years to replace one of my favorite inks of all time. And that ink is Montblanc Bordeaux. And I was going to make a video on inks, and I didn't because you guys hate my ink videos, so I stopped making them. But I bought all this ink for it. And one of them I bought was this Rohrer & Klingner Haute Bordeaux, which I am told means old Bordeaux. I guess that's spoiled Bordeaux. I like Bordeaux. It's one of my favorite wines, actually. But here it is. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong spot. Look at that. Look at this cap. It's so Hemingway Jones. I've already beat the crap out of the poor thing. I'm very tough on my things. I think you know that. So, here we have it. Oh yeah, old Bordeaux. It is a contender. It's not quite Montblanc Bordeaux. That's the thing. This is a little more grapey. A little grapier. The Montblanc was a little redder, okay? But it is very wine. And wine is what I like. I like to taste it. I want to taste tannins when I use it. And I'm tasting tannins when I look at this. All right. So that's it spread, which is one thing. Q-tip just for that occasion. Okay. Why am I putting the cap back on? Because I'm me, guys. And if I don't, I will be wearing this in a moment. You have to know who you are. As Clint Eastwood famously said, a man's got to know his limitations. And mine are knocking inks over. But it's filled with this. So it looks completely different when you write with it. Well, it looks different. Completely different. It has the same character. Oh, beautiful noise. The beautiful noise of writing. Oh, yeah. It's nice, right? Am I wrong? It's sort of purple, but not purple. It's kind of dark enough where you don't feel it's twee in any way. It's got some noir to it. To strain the metaphor. Some earthiness. I really like this ink. I am really having a blast with it. I love this pen too. It's gorgeous. There's a certain joy to a Pelikan M1000 you just don't get with many other pens. With the Pilot Marucci you do. They're in the same neighborhood. They're not on the same block, but they're in the same neighborhood. So, yeah, the reason I'm carrying all these is it's for the channel. I am working with each of them for video ideas, and one that's coming up that's going to knock your socks off. I promise you. And anytime the Cartier Diablo makes a return to the channel is good. This is exquisite. Get one of these if you can. I've only seen one. And I look at pens regularly. And I've only seen one, and it was absolutely destroyed. But I do love it. Besides the one I have that I bought at Levenger. When Levenger was getting rid of all their pens, and I picked it up for $200. So very lucky get for me. MT, a super chat. Thank you. $5. Entertaining as always. Love your humor, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. And thanks for the super chat and the support of the channel. And if you watch regularly, guys, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Maybe join the channel if you want to have your name in the end credits. You become a producer of the channel. And if you're Illuminati or Cognoscenti, you can join the Pen Pal group. A gentleman named Walter just joined the Pen Pal group. Super excited. I'll be adding his name shortly. Next time I can sit down, which is such a luxury these days. All right. I feel like we need to actually talk about our topic this evening. I thought we'd get to it quicker. I do try to keep these shows to an hour. But this is about integrating pens into your life, especially if you don't journal. Especially if you don't. And I was trying to think of different ways. So how I work on the live show, it's often when I'm driving in the car and I get an idea. And then I dictate it to my phone. And then I kind of hash it out in the cracks of my life. I get a minute, I'm waiting for Imogen. I go, oh, okay, I can turn this into that. And that's kind of how the show is produced. Completely by me. Everything on this channel is done by me. I don't know if you guys know that. I edit everything. I write everything. I perform everything. My wife films me sometimes. And then the rest of the filming is me. So, yeah, it's all me. So I can't blame anyone else when it's bad. It's just me. Sean, my friend, thank you. Super chat, 1776, patriotic super chat from Sean. Thank you. For the lights on fun. Thank you. Guess who's doing the last minute taxes tonight? This guy, Sean. I feel for you. Yes, it's tax day tomorrow. So good job, Sean. I hope you pay less than I did this year. If I told you guys, you wouldn't believe it. I barely believed it myself. Like many bankers, I am not so great with my own stuff because I'm so busy. I need an accountant. So this year is the year I get an accountant. I need to invest in a good accountant. But Sean, thank you. I hope your taxes go smoothly, however you do them. Okay. So one of the things that you can do with your pens that is not journaling, but is journaling adjacent, is you get a notebook like your Eisberger, and you sort of become a student of life. And I know that sounds kind of pretentious, so just stay with me for a moment, if you will. If you're out and about, you have this in your back pocket, and somebody says something charming, you get a little quiet time, you can write it down. Or if you're in a moment and you really want to hold on to it, you want to etch yourself into your memory. One of the best ways to do that is by writing it down, just describing the situation. And you don't have to plumb the depths of your soul for this one. You nearly need to be a reporter, an observer of your life, and share it that way so that it gets down on paper and you can remember it later. And it's amazing. There is something that happens often where when you revisit those moments and you go back at what you've written, you'd be like, wow, I was in front of that carousel in Central Park when I wrote that. I remember it like yesterday. And it's just more of being an observer of your own moments. It helps to sort of settle you in that moment and makes it more resonant and more permanent. So, I mean, you guys, is there something this week that was memorable that you want to hold on to? Did you have an experience? Maybe even today, it's 80 degrees here in the Commonwealth and I put on my crocodile shirt for the first time this season. That's kind of memorable. I could describe that in journalistic terms. And it's not anything you need to lock up if you're shy about divulging the innermost workings of your soul. It's simply something that happened that interested you. But isn't that what's really valuable in your life? So think of something, write something in the comments if you want that really stuck with you. So I think it's good. And, if you're going to do that, I guess you need a certain pen too, now that I think about it. This actually would be a good time for a Lamy Safari because you need something that you can beat up. And those are pretty rugged. They're like pieces of Lego. Don't step on one in the dark. Something like a Pilot Metropolitan's pretty rugged too. Certainly a brass Twisby Sport. You can't hurt that for trying. Kaylee, hey, hi. $5. Thanks so much. Celebrating the news from my CPA today. Taxes massively less than expected this year. I am so happy for you. I really am. I wish I could say the same. But good for you, and thanks for sharing some of your newfound wealth with the channel. I really appreciate it. But I hope you're well, and that's wonderful, wonderful news. I would hope everyone pays less taxes, to be honest. We all pay way too much, and it goes up all the time. Okay. Another thing, too, if you're looking for ways to incorporate pens into your life, is to journal, but not journal hardcore. I consider myself a hardcore journaler because I am mapping out my anxieties, and I've really been wrestling with anxiety lately. I can share that with you. It's the time of year when I struggle. And hopefully with the weather being nicer, I'll get some wind in my sails and it'll help to make me feel a little bit more levity. But you start to recognize patterns when you do write consistently and you're always sort of purging your emotional state, describing your inner topography, describing the map of your mind, your goals, your insecurities, your fears, your triumphs even. It's mixed. It's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, if you will. So you don't have to do that necessarily. What if you just wrote down one sentence a day? Just to write, or a couple sentences, just to write. You just describe the weather and what you did just a real cursory, breezy journal that you might think has less value, but I don't. I think it's fantastic, and I bet you would end up writing more because you would enjoy it. But it would be super fun to remember which day you celebrated someone's fantastic event, like paying less taxes or something, or somebody bought a new car or whatnot, and it's in there. Oh, when did you buy your new car? And you go back, oh, here it is. It was April 14th. I remember it well. I think sometimes we can free ourselves from some of the tough sort of rule-based journaling and deeply emotionally difficult journaling sometimes, and just be light about it. Journal the television shows you watched, and if they were any good, like Euphoria season 3, which is pretty awful. Something like that, perhaps. My man is a Cohen. How are you, sir? Always a pleasure. 1999 Super Chat. Late to join the live stream, but wanted to say hi to you and everyone. Pen Pal Group is such a joy. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being part of it. I really appreciate it. You are the best. You're such a great support. Such a beam of light. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And my glasses. Brick by Brick 75 at a $10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Celebrating Limb Loss Limb Difference Month. April wearing orange each Wednesday. I'm a left below the knee and right above the knee amputee. Wow. 23 years and loving it. Wow. That's a lot, my friend. I am so glad you're okay. That is amazing. Wow. Well, thank you for being here, and big hugs. Wishing you all the best. Stay positive. So much grace. It's so inspiring. Well done. Well done indeed. Wow. And thanks for being generous with the channel. I do appreciate it. Lovely stuff. Okay, you guys need more how to incorporate pens into your life. And the easiest one is carrying a pen with you always. Even if it's like, I have the Lilliput back here. Lilliput. You could carry this in your coin pocket, always. In your jeans. You could carry a brass sport anytime, any place. You can't hurt that. It's a bathysphere. We tried it again. It's a bathysphere. Do you know I have a little speech impediment with my THs. I don't know if you ever noticed. So sometimes I have trouble with it. But it's a bathysphere. There we go. You could... It could just chill with the Titanic, and the pressure's not going to affect it. Probably pull it up and it'll still write. I don't know. It would certainly do better than a carbon fiber submersible, that's for sure. But an absolutely tough, amazing fountain pen. So if you carry it around, what do? Well, it's there for signing receipts. We do that less and less these days. But isn't it great when we do? Don't you love it? Don't you love when you get the check at a restaurant and you have to sign and put in the tip? I do. I recently did. One of my favorite restaurants, it's in Westford, Massachusetts. It's called Karma. It's a fusion sushi place. It's fantastic. I love it. They have a Kobe roll, Kobe beef. Oh, it's so brilliant. I love it. Anyway, they bring the check. You have to sign it. I have my pen. I think I have my Pelican M1000. You get to put it on there and, put in your 22% tip or 25% tip, depending on how long you sat there. And you sign it boldly. And it's just the greatest feeling in the world. And you see the pen they put down. You don't want to be rude. They put that pen down, and it's got a Dr. Scholl's-like grip. It's not Dr. Scholl's. It's Dr. Grip. And you're like, I'm almost curious what that feels like. It's squishy. But I have a Pelican M1000. I'm going to use that. Isn't it great? Like, whatever you have. And I often clip pens to my placket of whatever shirt I'm wearing. But once you do that and you carry it around, you maybe write a nice note to someone. A thank you. You ever stay at a hotel? You need to leave them, whatever. Especially if you're somewhere overseas, you leave them whatever currency you have left. So like, whatever it is. and you write thank you. And you can do it in beautiful fountain pen, your best cursive, and you just feel amazing, like connected to the world. There's something so warm and friendly about exchanging a bit of cursive with someone, isn't it? Doctor Who. I'm just putting that up because it's Doctor Who. Dr. Grip, right? You know Dr. Grip. And Dr. Scholl's are inserts for your shoes. But Doctor Who, I mean, any Doctor Who reference gets my attention if I see it. You guys know I'm a big Doctor Who nerd, right? And who's the greatest Doctor Who of all time? The Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, of course. This week's video, by the way, is journaling secrets from Stephen King. It's called something like that. Journaling advice, journaling insights. I change the names sometimes before they come out. But it's Stephen King on journaling. Maybe it should be that. Stephen King on journaling. That's actually not bad. Maybe I should change it. But super proud of this video. I put a lot of work into it. Grabbed some scenes from films that he did. Some quotes. Had a blast with it. Plus, he uses fountain pens. So, there is that. My man Isaac Cohen's back. 1999 again. What's your big deal signing pen? Thank you for asking that, my friend. I'm kind of a little bit on the boring side, to be honest. I would say that it's usually the Mont Blanc 149. Like, I signed my mortgage for my house with that. And I do bring it a lot for my big closings. I wouldn't sign in Bordeaux, but I did have my Pelican M1000 at work with me today. Lately, I've been signing with the Pilot Custom Urushi with Konpeki. It looks great on loan documents because Konpeki is like so light blue, such a beautiful blue. It stands out, especially in contrast with black print on the page. But today I was using my Sailor 1911L, which is a pen that I keep on my desk. And I keep it inked with, J. Urban Eclat de Saphir. So that's the one I signed today. But yes. Tom Baker's the only Doctor Who I've watched. The others just make me think. Yeah, I love Tom Baker. I even love when he came back in the 50th anniversary. It was so good. So good. So, if you've reached this point in the show, please subscribe. That's all I ask. Is that too much to ask? I hope not. Consider joining. Pen Pal group is going strong. We have a blast. I always send out welcome letters. I'll add you to the list. It's so much fun. And if you're a member, you get to have your name on the end credits. So that's fun. It takes a little time because I do schedule out about 2 months. But sometimes I move things up. Like I just moved up this video for the Blue Dew Flex Pen. So some people are going to see themselves sooner. And then it'll go back. But then you'll come back again. So don't worry. You will come back. Oh, very good stuff. Ryan says, love the love for the 1911L. You know, the 1911L is a near perfect pen. It's that 146 size, and I love that size. The 149 is fun, but the 146 is the everyday pen. Just like the M1000 is stupendous and it's amazing, but the M800 is easier to use. So, similarly, the 1911L is just brilliant. A 21 karat gold nib, which is a little hard, surprisingly. But very smooth, very precise, a blast to use. So I do love that. Brick by Brick loves the Pen Pal group. I love that. I really appreciate it. That is super great. Like a Man has a demonstrator. Demonstrators are great. Nathan King, my friend, with a super chat. $20. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing this every week. Thank you for being here, guys. This is a blast for me. I'm losing my voice. You can hear it. This is why I stop at an hour. This means a lot to me. I started this channel to make friends and to have connections. And I feel like we have built a fantastic community. And I forgot something. Oh my God, I forgot something so important. And I hope that people get to see this. This weekend, I will be at the Paper Mouse at, I'm going to be there around 2:30. My appointment's at 3 with Kirk Spear, who I love, who I think is just this fantastically talented nimbeister. I'm going to get 2 pens fixed. I'm going to get smooth cursive, italic nibs on them. But please come meet me. It would be fantastic to meet you in person. So that's Paper Mouse in West Newton at 2:30 or so on Saturday, the 18th. I will be there. So do come see me. And meet Kirk too. He'll probably be busy, but you can meet him. He's lovely. He's such a great guy. Nathan, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate the support. So thank you. Okay, my voice is shot, so it's time for me to say goodbye. But I want to say thank you all so much for watching, as you always do. For all your love and support of the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you. And I'll see you Thursday, and we'll be back live next Tuesday night. So thanks, take care, and see you further up the road.